What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. It's the NBA offseason, ladies and gentlemen. We know there's a lot of crazy things going down right now, but free agency did start, and one team that's been very active in free agency is the Los Angeles Lakers. So today we're going to be ignoring everything else going on, and we will be doing a new look Los Angeles Lakers rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like in this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells me that 63% of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed, so you do fall into that 63%. Want to change that? That would be greatly appreciated. But this will be our first free agency rebuild. I streamed the last 2 days because of some crazy things that are going down with free agency starting. Of course, we all know what happened yesterday. We'll ignore that today. But regardless, the Los Angeles Lakers. So I will say this is my own file, by the way. So if you're asking me how I have all this accurate and why players are on the teams they've signed with, it's because I've put my own time in to make sure that that was the case. One thing I don't have absolutely fixed yet is the contracts. I went ahead and did it for this Lakers team, but around the league, the contracts aren't exactly accurate. But I do have up till I think Jeff Green signing last night to date as far as who's on what team. So of course, what the Lakers did, they went ahead and re-signed D'Angelo Russell. They went ahead and re-signed Austin Reeves. They re-signed Rui Hachimura. And for the new additions, they brought in Jackson Hayes, Cameron Reddish, Taurean Prince, and Gabe Vincent. So a very active team. I do believe they might still make some more moves for some like vet minimum. So if you don't see maybe 2 players Lakers sign a day, that's because I recorded it before they did that. So if we look at the rotation that the Lakers currently are going to sit with, it's going to be D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Jared Vanderbilt, Anthony Davis, Jackson Hayes, Rui Hachimura, Cameron Reddish, and Gabe Vincent will be our rotation going into this season. So I'm excited to see how this is going to go. I mean, this is a pretty solid team on paper, if you ask me. One thing I do want to do is I believe Jackson Hayes is still... No, I've moved him back to center already. But yeah, we're probably going to just roll with this rotation for year 1. Probably not going to change too much there. But I want to see what the shot intensities are looking like. So I think everything is looking good for me. I might move AD up just a little bit. And I want Austin Reeves to take more shots as well. I'm going to push that up to like an 80 over even D'Angelo Russell because we know what he was able to show in the playoffs. And then Rui Hachimura, he's only 76 overall in 2K. And honestly, based off what he's done since he got to the Lakers, that seems very criminal in my opinion. But I guess I'll leave it. And we'll see how the season goes. So for this first season, I'm not going to touch anything. I kind of want to see, with the new additions for the Lakers, how does 2K feel about this? Is this about to be a good team? We're going to be able to make it to the finals. We're going to get eliminated in the first round. Are we even going to make the playoffs? We're going to see how this goes. Let's simulate year 1. I'm not going to do anything to mess up the team. And in the offseason, I'll start to put my fingerprints on this team to try to make them better. If we can't win a championship, well, I'll try to still do something, obviously. But I'll see you guys at the end of year number 1. So at the end of season number 1, John Morant is your most valuable player of the league. Victor Wembanyama is your rookie of the year for the Spurs. You got Chris Paul winning 6th man on the Golden State Warriors. Evan Mobley is defensive player on the Cavaliers. Daniel Gafford was most improved. Makes sense. He's like the only center there now. And Joe Mazzulla is your coach of the year for the Boston Celtics. And Christopher Bell, executive for the Atlanta Hawks. Here's your All-NBA first team. Still do get LeBron James making it, which is great to see. Do we get Anthony Davis on an All-NBA third team? We do not. Unless... No Anthony Davis still looks like. So no Anthony Davis. Offense first team and all defensive second team. We do get LeBron James making it and no Anthony Davis, which is kind of wild. But all rookie first team. Of course, our rookies didn't get too many minutes. Maybe we'll get some minutes. They'll get some minutes this next season. I did have them mentored by LeBron and Anthony Davis. So Max Lewis and I forgot to mention Jalen Hood-Schifino. And then the Lakers also brought in Taurean Prince as well, by the way, which I forgot to mention, but he wasn't in the rotation, I guess. So Jalen Hood-Schifino, Max Lewis, I had those 2 mentored for the season. And then we're going to go see what these player stats look like. So if we take a look at the player stats, you had 24 from LeBron James, 20 from Anthony Davis, 16 from D'Angelo Russell, and then 15 from Austin Reeves, 12 from Rui Hachimura, and then 10 from Cameron Reddish, and then 8 from Jackson Hayes, 5 from Vincent, and then 5 and 6 from Jared Vanderbilt. So let's see how these playoffs go. We get the Battle of LA in round 1. This is something we've wanted to see for quite some time. Of course, Russell Westbrook re-upped with the Clippers, and this is the rotation, what it looks like now. We'll see if the Clippers eventually get James Harden or not, because that's a big rumor. Let's simulate current round against them, though, and let's see what happens. We are going to beat them in 5. So take care of business, and we win the Battle of LA in round 1, but now we draw the New Orleans Pelicans. So they have CJ, Dyson Daniels, Brandon Ingram, Zion, Joe Val, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, Larry Nance, Jose Alvarado, and Willie Hernan Gomez. So would not be surprised if we do lose this series, but I feel like we should be able to potentially win it as well. We only have so much time with LeBron James still playing, so hopefully we win. Simulate current round, and we beat them in 5. Thank you. And now we get to play the Warriors. So We get LeBron James versus Stephen Curry in the conference finals. Honestly, this is great. Chris Paul also here as well. So, and they added Miles Bridges to the team because Miles Bridges hasn't been signed in real life. They got Draymond Green. So, yeah, I feel like with the Miles Bridges addition alone, the Warriors might just beat us here, but we'll see what happens. Somebody current round, and we are going to beat them in 6. Wow, I almost was not able to stop the series, but we took care of them in 6, and now we draw the 76ers in the NBA Finals, who still have Harden, of course, but who knows what will happen with him. Maxey, Tobias Harris, Tucker, Joel Embiid, D'Anthony Melton, Paul Reed, Montrezl Harrell, Patrick Beverley, and Gregory Jackson, or Gigi. Why is Gigi Jackson on the 76ers? Did the Grizzlies just cut him? The Grizzlies must have just cut him, I guess. I don't know. Regardless, though, let's go ahead and see if we can win a championship here in year 1 with this new look Lakers squad. We are up 2-1. Can we go up 3-1? Yes, we can. And with the new free agency additions, your Los Angeles Lakers, according to 2K, are going to be your champions next season. So that was a fun video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Obviously, I'm totally kidding. We're going to keep it going because I literally have done nothing so far. But Chris Paul does retire a Golden State Warriors. So unfortunately, he does not win a ring. That sucks for him. LeBron James is not retiring, so that's a great sign that we get to keep him. But it definitely would have been probably a good thing for LeBron James to be like, okay, well, I won my championship. Now I'll retire. But who knows? Maybe he'll still play with Bronny. We'll see what happens there. But draft lottery time. Let's see. I mean, this isn't really going to affect us because obviously we don't have a lottery pick. Wizards are projected number 1 overall pick. The Blazers with number 12. Bulls number 2. Rockets 3. Hornets 4. Sacramento 5 via the Atlanta Hawks. Hornets get the number 1 overall pick. Bulls get 2 and Wizards get 3. So let's go ahead and see what we can do for this offseason. So we got Darvin Ham, our head coach. I'm going to fill this out. I don't know how many moves I'll be making, but I definitely want to do something. I'm not just going to sit here and do nothing for this team. So we do have to resign Anthony Davis. That's going to be an important step to this. So we didn't have a draft pick. So to recap what we've done so far is we accepted Max Lewis's team option. As far as qualifying offers are concerned, we extended it to Max Christie. Anthony Davis declined his player option, obviously, and he is a free agent. So our free agents that we need to worry about are Vanderbilt and Anthony Davis. So, of course, we're going to throw an absolute bag at Anthony Davis to bring him back to the Lakers, and hopefully he stays. So if we look, Vanderbilt's not, if we haven't offered him, but the Lakers, we're the number 1 offer for Anthony Davis. I'm going to resign Jared Vanderbilt as well. Don't know what his market will be, but 4 years, 18 million is what 2K is suggesting. So I guess I'll give that to him. So that was the first step. Resign AD, resign Vanderbilt, keep those 2 around. Max Christie is asking for 10 million. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to that. And do we have an MLE we can use? We have a taxpayers MLE, it looks like, according to 2K. So we could always bring Mo Bamba back to the team. Won't be doing that, I don't think, unless the Lakers do resign him, which they still definitely could. Maybe. We'll see. But right now, if we take a look at the team, we have a backup point guard in Gabe Vincent, and technically, maybe Jalen Hood-Schifino can develop into our backup point guard. Maybe he's a better overall than Gabe Vincent going this next season. We'll see. We don't have a backup 2. We have Cameron Reddish and Max Lewis as our backup 3. We have Rui Hachimura as our backup 4, who probably should be like an 80 overall, maybe even higher than that. And then Hayes and AD as our center rotation. So for me, I'm kind of looking, I mean, we could literally sign anything. Probably need a better wing or a bench wing. So like Luke Kennard, got Oladipo, Gary Harris, or you can go like Terrence Davis, Joe Harris, Otto Porter. There's a lot of different options, but I think I'm going to sign Luke Kennard. You can never have enough shooting, so Luke Kennard, bring him in. I think he'd fit next, fit perfectly for what we need, obviously. So, and he, he fits perfectly next to Anthony Davis, or to LeBron and Anthony Davis. So that's the important part. So we went ahead and signed Luke Kennard. We haven't done anything else, obviously. I want to see what player progression looks like, and then we'll figure it out. So obviously, we got LeBron and AD, but they're both going down in overall. So did Hood-Schifino and Lewis? So Jalen Hood-Schifino's up to a 75, which is nice, but he probably still is going to be good enough to crack the rotation over Gabe Vincent, Cameron Reddish, and then, yeah. So I don't know if I'm going to make... how did Cameron Reddish shoot last year, by the way? 34% from 3, still not very ideal. He did average 10 points per game. I feel like I want to make an upgrade on this roster for the bench somehow, some way. Like, I'm glad we brought in Luke Kennard, but maybe we can get a better backup 3. So I think that's where we're going to try to, do something. So I think I'm going to try to trade for a better wing. That way we're putting our fingerprints on this roster somewhat, and we're not just simulating doing nothing. So I'm going to try to find a backup 3 that we can bring in for Cameron Reddish services, because I feel like we can just get someone better there. So I know exactly who I want to bring onto the team, and that's Corey Kispert. He's done the last year of his rookie deal, so maybe the Wizards would be willing to sell him off just like they kind of did to Rui Hachimura for the Lakers. So I'm offering Cameron Reddish. I do need a little bit more money in this trade. If I have to include Max Lewis, I will. It's going to suck, but I think Kispert's going to be better overall than Max Lewis may ever be, and he's on the last year of his deal as well. So I'm going to offer Reddish and Max Lewis and see if that gets me Corey Kispert. They don't agree, which is fair. I'll throw in a couple seconds and see if that changes their mind. They do agree. We bring in Corey Kispert, who's going to be a perfect backup small forward to exactly what we needed. So I feel good about that. And now we can go straight into this next season. So eventually I want Jalen Hood-Schifino to get minutes as well. We'll see if that ever does happen. Gabe Vincent is never going to progress that much, and Jalen Hood-Schifino should keep progressing, but we'll see if we can get him minutes this season. I don't know if we'll be able to, though. Kind of depends. So let's get straight into this next season, and let's see what our rotation is looking like. So we just won a championship last year. We got Corey Kispert in here now, and the rotation is looking something like this. So it's going to be D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, LeBron, Vanderbilt, AD, so that remains the same. Brought in Corey Kispert off the bench, which is a great addition in my mind. Jackson Hayes, Luke Kennard, and Rui Hachimura. So if anything, we got more shooting with Kennard and Kispert coming in, and then Gabe Vincent's the 10th man off the bench. Eventually, I want to give Jalen Hood-Schifino that role for sure, and then maybe Max Christie can eventually crack the rotation as well. I'm going to go back to the mentorship things as well. I want to be able to have Jalen Hood-Schifino play at least the last season potentially, so maybe not Gabe Vincent. Let's say LeBron James mentors Jalen Hood-Schifino this year. I think that would be the best way to do things. And then we'll give him Bully, we'll give him Fearless Finisher, and then we'll also give him Slithery. Something like that. Let's see if Hood-Schifino can benefit from mentorship from LeBron. I'm sure he obviously would. Let's simulate this season. Let's see how we do. And maybe by the end of the year, we're back as a first seed, and we're going to go win our second championship. Darius Garland wins MVP at the end of year 2. Booker's rookie of the year in a Washington Wizards jersey. Jalen Suggs, 6th man on the Orlando Magic. Evan Mobley, defensive player. Bones Highland's your most improved, averaging 19 points per game there. And then Quinn Snyder is your coach of the year. Of course, it's still the Atlanta Hawks. And Christopher Bell is your executive, and that's the Hawks as well. There is your All-NBA first team. No LeBron James this time around. He doesn't make an All-NBA second team either, but he does make an All-NBA third team. So that's great to see. And then Anthony Edwards, Vic are also here. All defensive first team, all defensive second team. Kind of surprised we're not seeing Anthony Davis make any of these, but it's kind of just interesting, I guess. So at the end of the season, we finished up as the 3rd seed in the West. If we take a look at the player stats, we had 22.5 from LeBron James, 20.5 and 9 rebounds from Anthony Davis, 15 from Austin Reeves, 15 from D'Angelo Russell, 11 from Corey Kispert, 9 from Jackson Hayes, 9 from Rui Hachimura, and then 7 from Luke Kennard, 5 from Vanderbilt, and then 4 from Gabe Vincent and Jalen Hood-Schifino with 0.3, only played 3 games. So let's see if we can win our second championship of the video. We got Jamal Murray, Kelly Oubre, Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, and Jokic. As we know, this Nuggets team knocked this team out in the conference finals, swept them. So let's see if we can return the favor potentially. Someone in current round. And no, they get 1 game on us, and they almost came back on us and beat us in 7, but we did beat them, thankfully. And now we get the Portland Trailblazers, who in this scenario still have Damian Lillard, but as we know, he has requested a trade, so we'll see what happens there. Scoot Anderson, Shaedon Sharpe, Jeremy Grant, Nurkic, Anthony Simons. The guard rotation goes hard. Achua. They also cut Wofford. I need to fix that. They have another guard, which is awesome. And then Nasir Little and Najee Marshall. So somebody come around against Portland, and we are going to beat them in 5. And we're back in the conference finals, but now we run into the Oklahoma City Thunder. And as we know, the Thunder are no easy out. I have a feeling that we might lose here, but it's good to be in the conference finals again, so we'll see what happens. Somebody current round against Oklahoma City. And we're back in the NBA Finals. So we get to play the Cleveland Cavaliers now. And we're going to see if we can take down the Cavs and win our second championships. LeBron James versus his former team, as we all know. That is the Cleveland Cavaliers. And let's see if Cleveland is going to stop him from winning another ring here. Somebody current round, and they do sweep us. So we do lose to the Cavaliers. But we got to the NBA Finals, which is a great sign. If LeBron James, if we can run it another year with LeBron James, I'm going to. So he's 40 years old at this point. He is trying to retire, but thankfully we can override his decision. So I want to run it 1 more year, and then we'll call it a day. So I have an idea, but I don't know if I'll be able to execute it. So let's go to the lottery, and the Mavericks get the #1 overall pick. So as you can tell, the Mavericks were bad. I wonder if I can trade for Kyrie Irving right now, because obviously that's been a thing that's been talked about. I don't know if I can. Let's go see what they're thinking about right now, because I know I don't have the contracts to get Kyrie Irving, so I don't even know if I'll be able to, but we'll see if I can. So right now they're buying, and Kyrie Irving is an expiring contract. Let's see if they're willing to give me Kyrie. If they don't, we could just run it back. But just to kind of make a fun move, let's see if I can get Kyrie Irving. So Mavericks, $51 million. I have no idea if I'll even be able to get to this. But let's say we offered Rui Hachimura. Okay, we're 20. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get to this, are we? I guess we can offer Vanderbilt. This would kind of ruin our depth, though. So Hachimura and Vanderbilt, and let's say we offer 23. I don't think they accept this, but we'll throw it in here anyway and see what they say. They're not going to accept this, I don't think. And then is Gabe Vincent going to change anything? Yeah. So we're not going to get Kyrie. I mean, technically in real life, I could see a world where the Lakers get Kyrie, but I don't think it's going to happen here. Gabe Vincent, yeah, so it's not going to happen. So maybe we revisit this after the draft, see if they change their minds on it, but it's probably not going to happen most likely. So probably just going to have to run it back and maybe make another small move, but Kyrie would have been a cool addition to kind of change things up for the video. We do have the 23rd overall pick, though, so technically speaking, we could make a big move. So if I threw like Hachimura and Vanderbilt's contract together, and let's say we offer 23, we get Kobe White and Vucevic offered, Mitch Robinson, Christian Wood, Pirtle and Dinwiddie, Fred VanVleet, Bradley Beal. Kind of interesting. I guess it's the big name we could chase. We do get a first-round pick from Phoenix that they don't own, though. So Edwards and Kenrich Williams, and then Nurkic and Jeremy Grant. So yeah, if we look at these offers, they all kind of suck. So we're better off just drafting. So let's go straight into pick number 23, and let's just add another piece of the puzzle via a young prospect. So I'll go ahead and grab Dennis Evans. Maybe he's a good backup center right away. We shall see. Dylan Harper goes 1. Trey Johnson goes 2. And then you got Newell going number 4. And then we got Dennis Evans, who's a 72 overall. So player options, LeBron James, of course, declines. Jalen Hood-Schifino accepts his team option. And qualifying offers, Christie and Corey Kispert are both free agents. So I'm going to try it one more time with the Kyrie Irving thing. Maybe we could throw Jalen Hood-Schifino at them as well, and they're willing to say yes. I don't know if that will be the case, but I'm going to try it one more time. So let's say we go back to the Mavericks, and we offer up Dennis Evans, who we just drafted, who has no trade value. Jalen Hood-Schifino has 2-star trade value. Rui Hachimura and Jared Vanderbilt. This is probably not going to be worth it, but I'm going to offer anyway and see what they say. And they're probably going to say no. Yeah, they say no. Okay, so no Kyrie Irving. We're just going to probably re-sign everybody. So D'Angelo Russell wants way more money than he just got paid. We're going to re-sign Kispert, and then we're going to re-sign LeBron. So let's give LeBron a one-year deal. We're going to run it back one last time. I'm going to give D'Angelo Russell kind of a similar contract. Let's go 1+1 that we don't have to lock ourselves into him. And then, so we'll sign those two, take care of that, and then we'll sign Corey Kispert after moratorium, and then we'll see what else we can do. So, Kispert, gonna give him a deal. He's gonna be back, and then can we get a good backup center? Because I know we don't have one right now. So you have Eubanks, Thomas Bryant, Jericho Sims, Goga Badste. I'm gonna go with Jericho Sims, I guess, as our backup big, since we can't get Jackson Hayes back, so that'll be fine. And then we can get, wait, Corey Kispert hasn't accepted. There it goes. That's done. And we have Max Christie as well, which we might bring him back. But right now, it'd be Jalen Hood-Schifino and D'Angelo Russell. So Hood-Schifino should finally play in this last season. Luke Kennard would be the backup 2. Kispert would be the backup 3. Vanderbilt and Hachimura still. And then AD and Jericho Sims. I would love to be able to change the power forward spot if we can. We'll see if we can do that. And that'll be like my one last hoorah move to try to get one last championship in this video. We'll see if we can make that move, though. I'm assuming Jeremy Grant does not play his full contract with the Portland Trailblazers, so if we can get a little bit of an upgrade at the power forward spot, obviously Jared Vanderbilt defensively is probably better than Jeremy Grant, but Jeremy Grant obviously is going to be a better shooter, better, offensive player. So I'm offering Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent, and I will throw like one first at the Blazers and see what they say. They do agree, and we get Jeremy Grant as our brand new addition for the Lakers. So he'll be our brand new power forward, playing next to AD, LeBron. So we're going to be running at this one last time. And then we'll probably also, Christie will probably come back as qualifying offers. So, Jalen Hood-Schifino should get some minutes this last season. And then Jeremy Grant's the new addition. And we'll see if we can win a championship in this video or not. Christie, Williams, Jamar all back. I know you guys have seen Jamar or Jonathan Williams and Jamar throughout this whole video. Just kind of ignore them. They're kind of irrelevant. They're just kind of here to fill out the roster, I guess. Christie does jump up to a 78 overall. So maybe he cracks rotation this year as well. Grant is down 1 overall, and Jalen Hood-Schifino is up to a 79. So absolutely is going to be the backup point guard this year, which is why we traded away Gabe Vincent. But let's get into this final season. This is going to be our last hoorah. We went out and got Jeremy Grant. We'll see if that makes a difference or not. And let's look at this rotation. So 8th power ranking, D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, LeBron, Jeremy Grant, AD, Corey Kispert, Jalen Hood-Schifino, Max Christie, and Luke Kennard. So pretty good rotation. Jericho Sims as your backup center, which leaves Rui Hachimura out of the rotation, which I feel terrible about. But Rui Hachimura just doesn't develop in 2K, which is really annoying because to me, he probably should be an 81 overall at the very, very least. But it is what it is. So let's run this season. Let's see if we can win one last championship. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 3. And maybe we'll be celebrating by the end of the playoffs. So year number 3 may not be the send-off that I wanted in this video, but we'll talk about that in a second. MVP goes to Vic. You got Rookie of the Year Ian Jackson for the Hawks. Damian Lillard, 6th man. Evan Mobley, Defensive Player. Amon Thompson, Most Improved in Houston. And then Quinn Snyder's your Coach of the Year. So here's your All-NBA first team. LeBron James still makes an All-NBA second team even at the age of 41 years old, which is kind of wild. AD finally makes an All-NBA team. And then he also makes All-Defensive first team. So he kind of stepped up this year. But we're in the play-in, which kind of sucks. We're the 8th seed. At least we have a couple chances at getting to the playoffs to send it off. But it would kind of suck if we just kind of lost here and didn't make it into the playoffs, and that's how the video ends. But we'll see what happens. So, let's say we beat the Grizzlies. We do win. So, we're in the playoffs at the very least to end off the video. So, I don't know if we beat the Thunder round 1, because as we know, Oklahoma City Thunder are not an easy team to beat. So, we're going to see how this goes. Somebody current round against the Thunder. We did win game 1, and we're... okay. We lost in 7. We were up 3-1 on them at one point, but it is the Thunder, so I'm not too surprised. At least we got one championship in this video. Thunder do make it all the way to the finals, so we did lose to the team that's going to go probably win the championship. And hey, we pushed them to 7, but unfortunately fell short. So that will be how the video ends. Like I said, at least we got one ring in this video, and unfortunately we do come up short in the very last season, but that was to be expected with LeBron James being 41. 2K hates older rosters. It's just kind of how it goes for this game. But yeah, Thunder go on to win the championship. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see what happens for the rest of the offseason and free agency. Curious to see where this all goes, man. It's going to be tough times for me as a Blazers fan, but I've just kind of accepted it is what it is. The team is in a terrible spot right now with who's running it. So, but that's besides the point. Lakers, keep doing your thing. Rob Pelinka has become a good GM as of late. There was a lot of questions about him when he first started, but to me, he's been pretty good ever since the trade deadline. After, you know, he kind of cleaned up the Russell Westbrook thing, he's been doing his thing. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've done enough talking. I'll see you on the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.